Okay, so my top 5 views are health, career, education, happiness, and family life. Health would, to me, is personal health, the way that I eat, the way that I take care of my body. Hygiene would be included in that, as well as just taking any measures to make sure that I am healthy all the time, so not sick, not overtired, just feeling my best all the time, and that has a lot to do with food consumption. And I think that its meaning to me is very great, and I feel like it has a lot to do with the fact that health is kind of a picture of yourself, and it shows how you treat yourself, and you're kind of setting an example for others about treating your body the way that you want them to treat you, in a way. It's a little bit far-fetched, but I think that it kind of makes a lot of sense in a way. And I uphold this by being a vegan and not eating processed foods, finding foods that not only like boost things like your metabolism, but keep you energized without having to take anything unnatural, like any supplements. Making sure that your like digestion's on point and that you're feeling 100% all the time, and just that you're, like that's what I do personally to keep myself in check that way. My next value is career. I've always wanted to, I've always known what I wanted to do in my life, and I don't really have a career now, but I'm always thinking about that career, and every goal I set is to aid to me getting my career going, and I would say that I uphold that by being a student. I uphold that by trying to do my best in school, and I uphold that by setting goals and achieving them so that I will be the best candidate for what I want to do, which is I want to be a doctor, so I want to go to medical school, and medical school has a lot of requirements, and so I'm setting and reaching goals so that I achieve each status until I receive my medical doctorate. And that means a lot to me, just because I've wanted to do it all my life, and it's really, really interesting to me. And I think that holding your career as a value is good, just because then you make sure that you're really contributing to society in the right way, the way that you want to do it, and that you're going to be happy. My next value is education. My meaning for that was education is just like learning. It's also physically going to school, but I think that just acquiring knowledge is also a part of that. I love to learn. I like to learn about stuff that I'm interested about, and it takes me a lot longer to learn things that I'm not interested about. But, and then also just being like enrolled in education all the time, doing something, even later in life, like it doesn't necessarily mean going back to school, but just making sure that you're constantly learning something new and putting that to the test, just like they do in school. And its meaning to me is just that I think that it makes sure that you're up to date on everything knowledge-wise, and that you are constantly growing and developing, and that you're being the best you that you can be. just through your knowledge, because if you're ignorant, then it's hard to contribute to society well and be happy, and it's just weird. And I uphold that by constantly thriving and trying to learn. My current enrollment in education, which right now the status is undergraduate, but also just making sure that I'm really learning in my classes. I don't just go to class and do all the work to achieve the grade that I desire. I really try and understand it and learn it and take everything in that I possibly can. My next value is happiness. Happiness is a broad spectrum, but also just a singular thing. It's just being happy, feeling happy about minor things, feeling happy about big things, just feeling happy. Not necessarily all the time, because being happy all the time isn't exactly, it's not achievable, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to be happy all the time, because things happen, there's bumps in the road, like you're allowed to be sad, but happiness overall, like with your life. And I think that the meaning to me is just that I think that if you're not happy, then what's the point? And that's all I have to say about that. But I uphold the value by just making sure that I constantly do things that make me happy throughout my day, even if I'm having a tough time. This could mean eating a favorite food, or watching a TV show that I really like, or doing a hobby that I enjoy, going to the farmer's market, or something like that. Something that I just really enjoy, and making sure that I don't skimp on the things that make me happy, so that overall my life is pretty great. And then my last value is family life. The description for that is just keeping my friends who I consider family, and then my family members really close, and making sure that they're happy and checking in on them, and just, making sure I spend time with them and stuff like that, and just being there for them. I think that the meaning to me is that everybody needs people, not only to validate yourself, but reciprocate and validate them through, bringing the people around you up and being there for them when they need to talk, and just spending time with them, because people need other human interaction. And I uphold that value by doing exactly that. I have a few close friends, and I try and make sure I'm the uttermost involved in their lives as I possibly can, and always keeping up with my family, and spending time with them as well, even when it, seems like the last thing I want to do. And I think that is it.